Alright, stream should be up. First of all, let's refresh this and get the thumbnail onto the stream. I'm not sure if the stream is working, but I can finally do the Inazuma quest after many millennia.
What should I try this time?
And both are connected. But let's real quick edit the live one. So I can have a thumbnail. Let's give it a thumbnail, very peak performance thumbnail. We'll save those changes. Boom! To Inazuma. That's my beautiful thumbnail. Wait. This, I did something. Alright, that's done, so I can close that. And this. Alright, so the stream started. So that's all good. How's my rep? I will not. Oh wait, I hit level 7. Tashu meat. I have Tashu meat. Yo. Oh yeah, I got A by the way. Which the funny thing is, she's actually leveled. So, see, here's my A, level 80. She's using Noblesse Oblige, which is not the best set for A. Right in Shogun, no constellations obviously, and we have 2, 4, 6 talents. What? I'll just walk it. But let's use that recipe, because then it's another recipe to add on to the one we have. Also, I did do the Moonlight quests. You can see this one unlocks in like 4 hours. Most likely won't be able to record those back up, so I mean maybe I'll record them. I don't know how this works. Let's just chill. Alright. Outside of... Oh. We're picking up right where we left off. Honestly, this team feels like the same as, the team I used for A.
Time to act.
Yo, killed both the birds. There's a waypoint up there, isn't there? You cannot see it underneath the yellow thing unless you zoom in. I'm so smart. Let's get the view outside of the harbor. Path through the storm, talk to Paimon. Alright. Let's talk Paimon.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss.
I'm
Well,
feeling a bit better.
Keep your chin up.
Alright.
Paimon believes in both of you.
By the way, tell me if the screen is actually working, because I have no idea.
And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right?
Yeah, you're right,
She said
Paimon.
we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us.
There's birds, and there's a waypoint
And we
there.
won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going.
I'm glad to have you as a guide, Paimon. I mean,
And Paimon will be sure to keep up the good work.
Paimon, do you have a home? Are you homeless like me?
Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey...
Well, I still need to find that god.
Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place?
Alright, I think it's working. I have no idea.
You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her.
I need answers from her.
Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery.
Or you're the key.
Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next...
Let's go to Inazuma.
Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation.
Let's glide there, Paimon. Let's glide there.
Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance?
I'm sure there is someone we've met.
Oh, Paimon's met someone already. Atsuko in Lua Harbor. She's from Inazuma.
Is she?
Let's see what she has to say.
And we're starting the quest. Let's go. Woo. She's all the way there. Alright. Anyway, once I go to Inazuma, I can finally do other stuff instead of just, you know, the monotonous grind. Who knows? And I can finally get a, like, I need a do Senora, but I want to do Senora, but I can't. Atsuka.
Oh, hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
They say good fortune as hello?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Is that?
Great! We came to the right person.
Let's go, Paimon.
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Really?
Huh. Incredibly small. Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail.
God.
After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supply soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out.
What?
But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me.
Did someone from Liyue save you?
Ah, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
Okay.
What a
nice.
horrible
Barbados.
journey. And you set off knowing how dangerous it was?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
So it's too restrictive for you. Why are you in Liyue? You should go to Mondstadt, the city of freedom.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
You tell me, Paimon.
Along with the other 2 commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liyue Chising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, The Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there.
I have a compelling reason. What is that reason? I can't remember.
You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Sounds good to me.
It seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
But there's a place for Outlanders to go, right?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed.
We need a Robin.
But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
What is it?
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
Paimon, you can just float across the ocean. Oh wait, how did you drown? How were you drowning in a lake, or river, or ocean?
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences.
I think we're
They
talking
may
about
just
Beta.
know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beto, then the hardest part will be out of the way.
Seems like our only option.
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto.
Yep. Do I have to actually like swim? And honestly, I do need crystal flies as well. I'm running out of those. It's not very good. I wonder if the mic is even working. That'd be scary if it wasn't. No. Crystal flies. I need to get them.
Body and mind.
One. Damn, it's all the way over there. Well, I got one crystal. Wait, why am I going this way? You know what, where am I going?
Time to act.
Wait, I did not know that was down. Well, there's a boat. Now, how do we get over there? Can I just make it through swimming? Hit. Probably should have brought Amber on the team for that 25% stamina left, but I mean, didn't take that much stamina. Yeah, we should be fine. We can do this. I wonder how heavy visions are. Do visions sink or no? I mean, they're literally crystals attached to metal objects. I don't know what they are. Metallic? Let's hope that I'm not muted. Why are there children on the boat? You're a traveler. I'm looking for Beta. Why aren't you saying anything? They just not get voices. Oh God, I'm guys. Who's Yushin? Also be anchored here for quite a while due to her orders, which led to quite a few delays. If you're willing, why don't you go around the ship and see who needs help? Alright. Wait.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatuian Osile, right?
We also met, at the Moon Chase Festival. My reputation precedes me.
Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
The floating.
Hey, the name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
That's a nice face.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also...
Are your fingers okay, man? Are those bandages?
Yes, the stars.
The stars? I mean, she does have a cape, has stars on it. I'm not sure how you get stars from me.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
Is this guy a bard by any chance?
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma.
And what is that?
This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Well, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
So he's a poet?
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it?
Yep, no idea what you're talking about.
The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents.
Nice.
There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you.
Okay.
Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided.
I don't have a vision, but
You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Yeah.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after.
And that is...
Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
I don't know what a masterless vision is, but it says vision, which means it's cool. But wouldn't it get confiscated if I went to Inazuma?
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
Why doesn't it have a master?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent.
Yep.
Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
A vision is no use to me.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Yeah, we want to meet gods.
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to you.
That was easy.
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma, huh?
I'll give this a shot.
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Yo, achievement. Let's go. 5. Why are there so... let's navigate to the over here. Thing is, we don't. Crystal Flight, come back. I got one, and not the other.
Time to act.
I will slowly get all of them. Eventually, that crystal fly will be in my
Time to
backpack as well.
Body and mind.
Body and mind. I'm gonna put Diona back on the team. Just momentarily.
Leave it to me.
Actually, no, I just keep Diona. Mainly for shield. Got him. Let's go. Damn it. Let's get off the left wing butt. 2 fell there. 2 fell there. Crab. Crab.
I'm here.
And we gotta get... Ooh, crab. Got him. Let's grab the rest of these. Why do I have 999 ping suddenly? That is not
Time to act. Body and mind.
I'm totally not getting distracted whatsoever. There's a chest that I haven't opened. Let's get the chest. Let's get the chest. I'll forget about it. But I have limited time.
Here we go.
It won't take
Let's
long.
light it up.
My boy Benny. There should be a there.
Let's light it up.
And lost one look back. And then we get about 5 primos. But I mean, primos are primos.
It's
5.
a miracle.
I know, right, Benny? It is a miracle.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beta said that they had to be renowned fighters.
Uncle Yun. Hi!
Hello! Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
Can you hear me?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet?
Not yet.
Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then it'll allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their butt handed to them. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So, Paimon's wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Runner up.
Uh-huh. Also, that doesn't sound like the most official tournament out there.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock?
Yes.
It's been going on for years. There were plenty of competitors when I took part. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out.
I'm pretty sure Sucrose can do better than
They
that.
tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a knife.
They have knives?
I
Oh,
stood my
wait.
ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us.
Sounds dangerous.
I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course, but the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them, and hand them over to the Millilith. I received quite the commendation. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work.
Thanks for letting us know.
Alright, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena, but I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Paimon, you gotta sell her.
Adventure time.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
I guess.
If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life.
Okay. Do you want to become an adventurer?
No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person.
What?
I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seemed to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet, because there's one thing I'm still missing.
And what
a
is it?
vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
Do you have tournament
That's not
experience?
important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends in my neighborhood. Of
Yep.
course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature, I'm confident I've done enough to guarantee my victory in this tournament.
I'm sure you have.
I seem to have gained another fan. Don't let my aura overwhelm you, though. You'll need your wits about you today.
Sorry, I'm not one of those anime characters that can just sense aura.
Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
Okay. Paimon's just skeptical. Paimon, just trust them. Trust whatever they
Adventure
say.
time.
They would never lie. Sweet flower. Put him. Shang-Yi. Shang-Yi? Shang-Yi.
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. That's what our master taught us. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the masterless vision.
Yep.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
Why is everyone so interested in a vision? I don't want a vision. I am a vision.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible, huh? Are they someone famous?
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. Liang and I are both proud disciples of his.
Doesn't ring a bell.
You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere near as famous as the master himself anyway.
Who's the master?
He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu, and countless other clans have borrowed extensively from him. To the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique known as force dispersal.
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without moving an inch.
So it's for concentrated breathing from Demon Slayer.
For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction of an incoming stone, all without breaking a sweat.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
Is that really possible?
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the very basics. There's no way we could use it proficiently yet.
Oh, he's got a Geo vision. You never
We're
know.
clearly not that
Or
naturally
animal.
gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition fees and still have nothing to show for all our training.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to show you're sincere about it.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Master is getting increasingly impatient with us. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
Guhua clan. Guhua clan. Shinkyu!
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
A vision won't make you better at martial arts.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try.
Just
And
level
if
up.
it turns out it does work, the Lingshan clan will go down in history. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
Well, that's the
See you
spirit.
in the arena.
Yeah, same.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing. Come on,
Wow, Paimon just...
Chink's a
Really
village arm
dissing
wrestling
them all.
champion, huh? All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name?
I'm Leaf Kingdom.
Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
The Traveler, yes.
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I don't have a vision.
I have to ask, aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god?
Correct?
Oh, it's really him!
Yeah, it is me.
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph
Paimon,
later.
you're so smug.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament.
I don't have
Really?
a vision.
But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the Fatui, and always come out on top.
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame? It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process.
Okay.
So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osial, so that's one. Do you have any others?
I'm honorary knight of the Knights of Onia.
Also, don't forget to mention that the previous battles include, but are not limited to, Storm Terror, Dvalin, and Fatui Harbinger Child.
Whoa.
Paimon, you're so funny.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize, namely, a vision.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beidou in advance, then?
Everyone's misunderstanding the situation.
Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. I can hardly believe it myself, to be honest. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this tournament. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings.
Alright.
In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win, even without using any elements, right?
Makes sense.
Alright, it's showtime! You got this!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete?
Yes,
Good.
I'm ready.
Then please follow me into the arena.
Yo, we're going in.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about? How am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with?
Why do I have
Well,
what?
now that we've won, let's go and see Beidou. She'll probably have something to say to us.
Oh, I won already? Excuse me? I was just looking at artifacts. That was unexpected, honestly. I have the rest of the constellations and I didn't even know. Yo, I'm C6, I need more Traveler. But I thought I had Geo Traveler before. Why am I Anemo?
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Did I?
Impressive. but I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Yeah, I'm whacking them with a double blade,
Well,
right?
I've fought my fair
Most
share of
powerful.
battles, both big and small.
I'm Anemo
And I
now.
say, after the show he put on just now, he's more than convinced me of his ability. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you.
I don't see what all the fuss is about.
Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too.
Are you gonna
For one
fight
thing,
me?
we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right?
Yeah, Paimon. Paimon's gonna fight.
So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
You are, huh?
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
I agree.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Huh. To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the
Hello,
tournament.
how are you?
If there's any potential contenders for you out there,
My
I
mic
want to know
working?
who they
Please tell
are
me.
and what
Is my
they're
screen
about.
working? Please tell me. I don't know.
We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
Let's go.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him,
Okay,
but this
that's
should
good.
not give you cause to lower your guard.
I won't.
Very well. Show me that
Thanks
you
for
are
telling
ready
me.
to push through the storm that lies ahead.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Your opponent in the
stream
semifinals is
delay is
new
not
to the
fun.
Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament.
What
I do
does that
not
mean?
doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My guy's at the top of his game. He ain't gonna
Interesting.
lose.
Getting a few butterflies over here.
Don't worry. Take some time to compose yourself.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for.
God, he's level
the
90?
semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize.
Oh yeah.
You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Ouch. Stop kicking me.
Some fury.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that is so true.
Sweating all
Very
over.
fair.
It's a good feeling.
But I'm using a dull blade, so.
Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
I believe you have the potential to be champion.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried.
Paimon, you weren't worried. Don't lie to me.
If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one. But mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
Dang.
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest.
Alright, let's do that then. But is this ladder?
Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
This is what you learned. Bring a sword. Last player is a pussy.
Now that's true strength talking.
Wait, am I gonna get demonetized? No, I can't get demonetized. I'm not even monetized.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
So will I.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick. So don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Hello, Uncle Yun. Did you make it to the finals?
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. What a stunning performance.
Let's go.
I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame. If
Exactly.
only I could have advanced one more round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way, do you happen to know who else advanced to the final round?
Yeah, who did?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent, quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's missteps. I faltered for but a brief moment, but before I knew it, he had me on the floor.
According to 05 Woodlog.
Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, I found myself completely out of my league.
That's not
Still,
fun.
I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
You sure? You sure? You sure? That's an interesting log. Alright. Hey, where did your friend go?
Hey there! Well, where did the other guy go?
Exactly what I was saying, Paimon. Stop stealing the words out of my mouth.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask.
Okay, Wood.
Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet.
How did your match go?
Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already passed and I had to forfeit.
Oh, that's actually really
I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise, I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment. So I probably won't be able to help you with whatever you were here to ask me about.
Oh, alright then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery. Hang in there.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
You can still learn from watching other people fight, you know?
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
Hello, Beto.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. And it could have cost you the match.
Well, you're not
But
wrong.
you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent.
You are
That is a
very
most
observant.
invaluable skill. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
That's still pretty observant. You can hear me with this rain
He's right.
going on.
But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
It sure is.
To ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced in the semifinals?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair share of battles. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
It's vital that we make it to Inazuma. Okay, Paimon, you can fight this match. You'll carry.
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter, shall we? I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
A Ronin?
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy.
Kazuha is the better MC. I mean, he actually says words. Well, I mean, they're complicated words, but I mean, it's better than MC.
Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
We did. Oh yeah, we didn't.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, nature also leaves its traces upon you.
I shall tell you if I can remember. I think
However,
I'm around
there is only so much that can be
40
discerned
pity,
from these traces.
and I have like
I sense that many
38
things about
wishes.
you elude me still. These are the things I am curious to know about. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order.
Alright, let's have a look.
Maybe...
PD wise, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I am. 5, 6, 7. 7 times 6, that's 42, and 43, 44, 45, 46. Yeah, 46, and we have 46 pity. And wish-wise, we're at 23, 38. So, not bad. Yeah, I have A. This is my A at the moment. She's not got the catch because I can't get it. And she's not got, I'm rich now. I just got lucky. I'm lucky on my pulls. This is my very good Amber, by the way. Amber is cool. Wait, no! Crystal Fly, come back. Oh, it's flying too high. There are two. There are three. I can count. I'm actually free to play.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
No wonder you didn't bring this up at the arena.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
I am AR-52.
That's right.
And you?
If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match.
Yes, but how did you know? With your ears and your nose.
When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, This is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible.
Wait, you're saving for Hu Tao as well, probably?
Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature.
2 months ago, that's
I
pretty
hear
good.
the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision.
How much have you saved?
And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
85 pity? Okay. I lost my 50-50 when I went for Tartaglia's rerun, and that's how I got D-Luke. So, and then I rolled for 8. So I don't have 50-50 for Hu Tao, so let's just pray.
Evaluating us based on our smell, it's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities?
All I did was touch a statue of the Seven.
Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy
Yeah,
and
easy.
even wield it in combat?
Who did you lose your 50-50 to? It's all thanks to Paimon's knowledge.
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told him whatever came to mind.
So you're impulsive, Paimon. That's what you're telling me.
It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
But you're Paimon, you have to
Perhaps
know
such
everything.
unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the
I had
visions
Jin.
they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange.
Fair enough.
Now then, let's test your skills, shall we?
It's time to spar. Oh god, how am I supposed to fight them? Give me a second. I'm gonna change to Ace Party. Why did Shink you all the way over there? You... Bop.
Shine down!
Shit.
Stand clear. Animal test 6308.
Torn to oblivion!
God, they moved out of the way. Why?
No, my sword!
Absorption test. Animal test 6308.
There is no escape!
For level 90, that wasn't too bad. What a dude you got so baby.
Time to act.
Oh god, there's more,
Body and mind.
Absorption test. Stand clear. Animal hypostasis simulation.
Adventure! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let me weave you a verse.
Oh, look, there's still one more.
Shine down!
And over. Hello, Kazuha. Thank you.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able to overwhelm you. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you.
Thank you. I will not underestimate.
Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all known principles.
It's called Gotcha.
The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will always encounter that which is still unknown.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the elements?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions. My apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways, I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding Inazuma.
I am indeed in the dark, so please enlighten
So
me.
that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to tell you more. As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma.
Ah, Asia.
Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted
Technically,
this gift
I'm not
are
from
now
NA.
having their visions confiscated
I'm
inexplicably
from
in the outset.
lower than NA.
Supposing each
so.
of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro Archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself? Not to mention, with no new Electro visions having been granted for such a long time,
Really?
it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
Tyranny, yay!
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Alright, see ya.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before?
I'm not
With
sure.
time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Yes.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
I don't have a watch.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together.
Sure, let's
Very
go
well.
together.
Let's go. I wish to see who will obtain the vision.
That is open. I'm being teleported. Yeah, let's go. Okay, what's going on?
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash. This is the final match. We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, the 2 finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, his reputation knows no bounds. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment!
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match in the semifinals.
Yup, very thrilling.
But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals. Apologies, everyone just sit tight.
Maybe they got the match time mixed up.
We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this.
Something doesn't smell right, you mean, Kazuha?
Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Done. Check the vision box.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
A treasure hunter.
We don't know
Treasure
when
hoarder.
it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beto.
No
Okay.
need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The culprit has only acted recently. They will not have gotten far. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to get it back.
Angry cousin.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
If you would, please come with me.
My opponent was a no-show anyway.
But we're on an island. Where could he have possibly run to?
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
Bro, like... Okay.
Huh? A wind current?
That's
The
not
winds have
normal.
come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
No, no, no. We...
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
Yeah, what
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
God damn it.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Yeah, what does it sound like? How do you see it so good?
This way. Follow me. There
Go
may be an
easily.
ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
There's a chest. Should I go get the chest? God, they're maybe. Let's go get the chest. I want to get the chest.
There is no escape!
Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Animal test 6308.
Let's get together. Whoa. I'm
Swirl, Mark 2.
Let's light it up! Illusion shattered! Rain outlines your fate. Shine down!
Absorption test.
dead. I need a chest. Yo, we got a chest. Let's go. Ah. I never explored properly.
So many raw materials.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Yo, I guess there was one. Boom. There goes those guys. 4 people. There's a person. No, I need to get the sweet flower.
You caught up with me? How is that possible?
We ran fast.
I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
Yes.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision. Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you.
Dude, how your ears so
In
good?
other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely speed, stealth, and style.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine, fine. I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I fought my way to the finals and...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent!
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to me.
You just got nowhere else to run now, just give it up.
Drat. This should have gone differently.
Just do as we say and there'll be no further consequences.
Really?
If you give up the vision, we'll let you go.
Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a useless shell to me.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel.
Who?
If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Oh no!
What are you trying to do?
Throw my sword! Witness the go! I'm going in! There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
God, he got one shot.
No,
Not what I expected.
no. Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please!
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet still the gods do not bestow their favor upon him. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment for you.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable, and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision, but unfortunately, nothing happened.
So you were planning this all along?
Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see.
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision.
Maybe if we press it against the statue of the seven, it'll work.
No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Why are you so determined to rekindle the vision?
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
Why did the cutscene lag so much?
Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god.
That cutscene kept freezing.
Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned.
Let's go. The Mora is
Allow
still
me to
on the
gather the
ground.
wind for us once more.
No, not the Mora. I'm back. I think. Oh, god damn it. Which character? The illuminated beast of the sea cloud. This one. Oh man, I have to go do Ganyu's quest instead. Well, this is quite unfortunate. I was planning to go to Inazuma, but I guess that time shall not come. How sad. We need to go to Ganyu's quest instead. I just want to go to Inazuma. Ganyu, why did you do this to me? Why, Ganyu? Why?
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us. And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating. Huh? You're...
Yeah.
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
servants.
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler?
Nope.
It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing.
What happened?
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Joyun Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis.
What crisis?
Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Miss Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Miss Ganyu stays on duty at Yuehai Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
The Adeptus lineage is truly remarkable. No. Shouldn't you get back to
We
work?
don't even know how long we've been working. We feel guilty for taking even a short breather like we are now.
Looks like you got a serious emergency on your hands.
Speaking of Joyun Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
I guess I can.
Of course, we've been there lots of times.
That's good news. Could you go to Joyun Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload.
I'll do it. Lives are at stake here.
We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there.
It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
So Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in...
Ganyu, I'm coming to hunt you down because I need to go do my other quest. I wanna get to Liyue, Ganyu.
We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there.
I wonder who's the one missing from the who's chilling out in the quest. Was it the three ladies? The secretaries? Can I do it now? It was the three secretaries. We started some of it. I don't know what I should do now. Should I complete the rest of the Ganyu quest, or should I go to inazuma? Why have you done this, Ganyu? Now I feel kind of bad if I don't finish the quest. What do I do? Should I do it? Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not? Well, I'm here already, so I can go see Ganyu, I guess.
Person standing over there. That's Ganyu. We finally found her.
Hi, Ganyu.
Ganyu, here you are.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it official or private affairs that bring you here? I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yuehai Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
Left the human world.
You don't want to be the Qixing secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you to come back.
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave. My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishu. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Qixing gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well.
I believe there's been a huge misunderstanding.
I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Jueyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
Does it? Does it really?
But...
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Cloud Retainer, we're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
Damn.
Wow, you Adepti really are impressive.
You have the same skill as Kazuha.
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well.
Chat about the old times?
The matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion in idle talk for many a year. Yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Cloud Retainer.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
Now that's a good topic.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it.
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. She was elsewise loath to sleep.
Wow.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball. The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
Goodbye, Ganyu. It seemed you didn't read the room.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
I mean, it's funny.
Be that so? But returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it.
Okay.
Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain.
That's some
But
diet.
perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts. Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
Whoa, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong. Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Joyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end.
She should be in the southern part of Mount Altsong right now, preparing for the trial.
Altsong? I don't see a S in there.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then.
Alright, see ya, Cloud Retainer. Time to gallop back over to Guyun Stone Forest. And let's do Follow the Wind. Oh, I forgot that was off. Hello, Zuhan.
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened?
Yep.
If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified. And our hero here is the champion.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
Damn, sad.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award you.
Yo, so will we be able to travel to Inazuma now?
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. She is a woman of her word. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip.
Sounds good to me.
In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
That seemed pretty stacked to me.
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision.
Good luck.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
Prologue complete. Why did I need anyone else there? Why did I need to do that? What was the reason? Another 10 primos. So many primos. Another 60 as well. Let's go. Go to Catherine to get information on Liyue. Liyue Harbor. Yo, Catherine. Can you tell me about Inazuma?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler?
About Inazuma.
Ah, yes.
Traveling to Inazuma.
I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct?
Bingo!
Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
Is there an adventurers guild in Inazuma?
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right?
It seems our intel has arrived.
The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway.
Nice.
Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order.
How come?
Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement.
Tell me if there's an adventurers guild in Inazuma.
Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Captain.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
I knew it!
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone Forest.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
And we shall too. We started Act Chapter 2, The Immovable God. Let's go find the... I need to get back over there, swim to the Crux again. God damn it. Wait, no, let me get up. I need energy. And we got full stamina again. How do I commentate this part? Come on. Think. Gotta think what's on my mind. Those are some interesting spoons in the water. Also, I need to explore that boat at some point. But I'm not sure what that point will be, so... Talk to Beidou. There's gotta be a better way to get up here, other than, you know, fucking worming my way up. Carrots, I'm actually... I talked to someone. No, this is unacceptable. I actually converse. Look on you. Wait, on you. Do you?
You finally made it. All
Yes.
these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
Apologies, Captain.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations.
Nice.
Well, now that everyone's here...
Yep.
We set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
I wonder if there's gonna be a thing that we have to do on the boat. Cutscene, cutscene. Such a vast ship. First person POV. Don't ask me how you're gonna adventure Liyue. Game graphics be like. After braving the raging thunderstorm, the Alcor finally comes into port. Wish I got to see that. Genshin don't crash. That would not be nice. I hear noises, nothing's happened yet. Another cutscene, but it's a frozen cutscene. Wow, Inazuma's so pretty. Like the autumn leaves. And then there were purple and pink trees. Wow. Or another frozen cutscene, you love to see it, honestly.
Oh, hi there.
Who's that? I can't see you, whoever you are. Who's saying ahoy there?
So, you finally made it. You
Oh,
sure
well.
kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Am I an honored guest? Wow.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade
Hello,
partner that
Toma.
I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Why?
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Surely the rumors exaggerate.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
We got these.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye.
Sayonara. And she's gone.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
We do.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Oh, okay then. Well, at least I don't have a vision, so I'm not gonna get mauled. And 5 more primos. Wow, so many primo guns. I'm gonna get myself registered. Kageyama.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
We are here to find my sister.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons.
Oh.
So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Where do we go next?
Hello, how are you?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
So, contract?
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders.
Oh man, we're an
As
outsider.
the word suggests, outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force.
Are we gonna get assaulted?
Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
Welcome or not, we don't have a choice.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well.
Yo.
Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Wait. I'm sorry, Toma, but I want to get the
Yes,
statue of
one
the seven.
branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation.
Alright, we're gonna have to make that 90-degree turn. See ya, Toma! Oh, it's up the top. Oh, I see it. We're finally in Inazuma after many, many thousands of years. I'm trying to get there. Not really, it's just I have to try. Maplewood? I've never had that before. I'm not suspicious whatsoever. Cutting down the tree in front of you. Sweet flower. Statue number 7. So that's what waypoint unlocked. Statue number 7. Worship statue. Wait. Normally isn't there stamina? Where's the stamina that I get, huh? Statue blessing. Guess not, huh? Well, I got 5 primos for doing that. Let's go unlock the rest of Rito. I'll just keep playing the quest. Gonna get that teleport waypoint. 50 XP, and let's run over here. and talk to this person. Chiba. I thought that said China for a moment. No, it's Japan, China. So much purple and gold. They must be rich.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
God,
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
They really are rich.
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
That is a major discount.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
Alright then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What's going on now?
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
Reminds me of someone else's strange relationship with Mora.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech.
Really now?
The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy.
That's blatant oppression against Outlanders.
Yes, but when you're an Outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
So, how would an Outlander ever wait? The Raiden Shogun feels further away than ever.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you're Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration.
Yep.
After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe.
I still have to find a way.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
I don't think that would be a normal occurrence. But okay.
And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Wait, I thought visions weren't allowed. Why has he got a pirate vision?
Wow, the Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it could be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
You want me to pay?
Not you too.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first.
Okay.
I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
The fixer works in mysterious ways.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook?
We know a
Never
couple
mind.
crooks.
Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Got it.
In the world, can't I use my... This is the Outlander Affairs Agency.
Let's see. Caricio.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose.
Very nearly.
Good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
Yep.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence.
And what is it?
No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow?
What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this Crystal Marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for Crystal Marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Yep. Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to.
Dang, sad.
It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens...
This is absurd treatment.
We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Oh, you came from Fontaine?
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
The vendor does sound like a fishy character.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Yup.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down.
Huh.
If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it. We're on the case.
Sure thing, mister.
How boring.
Okay. Let's go hunt him down. I need to unlock all of that. Get all the XP primos that I possibly can. But no, I don't. There he is. Werner. Interesting name.
Huh? I
don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals?
Yeah, we just arrived.
So, what do you need with me?
What do you source your goods?
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
Kinda rude. I want to beat him up.
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Can you reduce your prices?
Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy.
Time to get the real fix on the case.
Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
What a strange man. What is this place even? Alright, let's go. Toma, help!
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Nope.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
You're gonna have to help us. Help you.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
What do you know about Luna?
That guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
Seemed like a Mondstadt to me.
That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
What a bummer!
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
Got it.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you
Nope,
may
I
have
need
found a way
to
in.
know more, but I'm going to figure it out.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
It was the time, no, it was the wind that led me back here.
Huh? Where's this coming from?
A dandelion wine would sure be nice on a day like this.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt?
Yep. Dandelion, a Mondstadt specialty.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
May the Anima Archon protect you.
Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit. So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
Close your eyes.
What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already.
Listen closely. Doesn't it sound familiar?
You mean the sound of the ocean?
Grilled tiger fish. Get it while it's hot.
Liyue Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants.
May the flames of virtue spread to all.
Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern rite. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Liyue Harbor.
Liyue.
Kinda need the silk cloth. I'll give him a blaze later.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
A lot of people out there sympathize with the position you're in.
You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world.
Who are those people?
Alright, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
Come get a drink with your friend from the association.
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on.
We need evidence.
Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose.
Let's go. Keijiro's tracks, let's go.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Love for freedom. Which one should I choose?
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
Should I close early?
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
No, no, suspicious at all.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line. What was that sound?
Shh! Quiet! Don't let him find us! Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Yo, not even noticed. He might have seen us a couple times, but that's not a big deal. Not even noticed. Like an invisible scoundrel.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
Robbing.
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look? Whoa, it's
a ledger.
ledger.
What's a ledger?
Boring. Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Ah, yes, the real reason Paimon came all along.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Aha, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one proof of his guilt.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
No, you gotta come along.
You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
What's a ledger? It's just like a book.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses.
You're the one making a mockery of the rules here, Kyushu.
And who are you? Another new member of the association?
Of course not.
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that samurai and the commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
I'm not the one threatening you. Don't pin this on me.
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
Dang.
Not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
Hey, you look familiar.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You Outlanders have no respect for the rules. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Context, Paimon. Context.
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young lady
What's that?
of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. He's the one who found a way to turn things around.
Really?
If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
What was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people